What's happening, buddy? Tom Garman from Guitar Antihero here, and today I just want to take a minute to talk about something that really burns my ass. And you hear it a lot, you see it a lot, there's a lot of this that goes on out there, and I'm going to say something about it. That is the idea of buying junk gear because quality doesn't matter, or price doesn't matter, or whatever other excuse people give you for doing this stuff. Now, to be clear, I'm not advocating going out and buying a several $1,000 guitar just to have one, especially if you can't afford it, right? You shouldn't do that. That's just stupid, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be quote-unquote better than something else, right? Because better is a relative term. But what I am saying is, to all these fucking people who say there's no difference between a $5,000 Gibson custom shop Les Paul and a $150 Indonesian made whatever it is they've got, you know, they're full of shit, right? There's a big difference there. Buy the best quality instrument and the best quality gear you can afford, okay? It's just that simple. There's a reason why certain things cost more than they do. I'm the first one to say that sometimes, you know, a lot of what you're paying for is the name on the headstock of the guitar. But there's a reason why certain names on the headstock carry more value than others, okay? You know, Martin, Gibson, Taylor, etc. They generally are a higher quality product. They're American made, for the most part, at least the high-end instruments. And they're just put together better, and they're using better materials, okay? So it's like anything else. If you want to really develop a good skill set, you get the best tools you have at your disposal, okay? If somebody's going through culinary school, it's fucking ridiculous to say just buy a set of paring knives from the fucking dollar store because, hey, it's a knife, it's good enough, it's all the same thing, right? No, you wouldn't say that, okay? And, you know, a professional basketball player is probably going to be better than most people at throwing some, you know, cylinder, spherical object through a hoop or a ring than the average person. But why fucking handicap them by not giving them an actual ball? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of this shit out there. You usually see these guys, you see them offline too, but it's online all the time. There ain't no difference between this such and such that costs money, and I hate these companies that, you know, they're overpriced shit. You know, there's no difference between that and, you know, some cheap piece of junk that I've got. It's all about the player. It's all about the player, not what you use. Well, that's kind of true. It is about the player. But you're not going to stick it out, especially if you're a beginner, if you have absolute shit to play with. It's just not going to fucking happen. And the better your gear, the better you're going to be able to express what you have worked on as a player. All right? And to me, this bullshit about, you know, the American-made whatever not being any better or any different than some Indonesian knockoff or whatever the hell it is that people spout on about because they think they're being fucking noble or anti-capitalist, or, you know, I learned to play on fucking junk and I still can't play guitar. These kids need to learn that too. Whatever it is that people say, because that's basically what they're saying. You know, that's not so much reflective of actual value as it is, you know, the lack of qualifications for these idiots to be given this advice. I would look at that and think less of, you know, what are they really saying here in terms of value? Is it a value statement dependent upon how much money is being spent? And I'd look more at the fact that it's kind of a problem that somebody who supposedly is this experienced guitarist who's qualified to talk about this shit honestly cannot tell the difference between a several $1,000 guitar or a good $500 to $1,000 guitar, whatever it is. They can't tell the difference between that and some plywood piece of fucking shit. What does that say about them as a player? What does that say about their awareness? What does that say about their ability to, you know, again, dispel this so-called advice? So at the end of the day, whatever your budget is, whatever your price range is, buy the best quality instrument you can afford, okay? Usually that's going to be more expensive, but it's generally more expensive for a reason, all right? You're going to play it more, you're going to like it more, you're going to be able to do more with it, and it's going to help to build all these other skills that we go for then in a very syncretic, cumulative way, all right? So don't believe that bullshit. Spend the money if you've got it. and do what you can with what you got. Make the best of the situation. All right. Hit me up on Twitter with any questions and comments at Guitar Antihero. And as always, make sure to visit guitarantihero.com for more advice, unfiltered and raw, for being the biggest, best, baddest guitar player you can be on your own terms. Till next time, thanks.